Hello YouTube, how are you guys doing today? Great, glad you're doing fantastic. So we're going to talk about something that, about toxicity in this community, and this is going to be nice because a lot of you are probably like, oh yeah, toxicity in the community or whatever, and you don't even realize either you might be in the toxic one, or like you might not understand enough. So this video is meant to educate you, and at the same time, it's also meant to make you realize that if you maybe didn't realize something before, stop being toxic. Like, stop going out of your way to be negative. That being said, I want to pull up this this message that we have right here, because the big talk of the town is, why, Neo, are you trying to sell Loki for a ridiculous amount of price? It's bullshit, and on the market, it's a lot cheaper. Why are you doing such a thing, Neo? How dare you? How dare you? I'm gonna have my mother show you her cooch on her OnlyFans. So anyway, Relevate, he comes up to me and he says, why is Loki so much just intrigued? So I'm not making excuses. This is why Loki is so much right now. Why there are people that are smart and know that they can raise their price and sell Loki for this. And this isn't going to be the only example. There's more that it's important for you all watching this video to understand, so that you don't act like the wrong side. Like, you think you're being correct if you're toxic, but you're actually completely wrong, and you're living on the wrong side of this. So hear all of this out. So 1, few reasons. Why is Loki so much? His systems were not easy to farm when they were farmable. 2, he hasn't been farmable for a long time now. Supply and demand. 3, that means that after all this time, there's not a lot of Loki sets left to get. At least not until he becomes unvaulted again. On top of that, his price won't be high forever, but for anyone that has a Loki set, now is a small period of opportunity. Like, now is a small time of opportunity in the grand scheme of things to be able to sell justifiably at a high price because of supply and demand. Because opportunities like this don't happen all the time. You weren't seeing Lokis being sold a year ago for 1,000 platinum or more. And now that you're seeing Lokis being sold for 1,000 platinum or more, it's justifiable as to why it's doing that. And it's not going to be like that forever. The last time anything in this game, you guys, was sold for, let's say, 1,000 platinum, anything was sold for 1,000 platinum in this game, was well over a year ago. Before that, it was a year before that, a year before that. Like, these opportunities happen in the game, in the market, in real life, and in this game, Warframe. Like, this happens. It's a part of life. When the supply is low and the demand is high, and especially in a free market system like Warframe, there are no fixed prices. Anybody that gives you problems about what you want to sell stuff for in this game is completely wrong. They can just shut the hell up and not buy it if they have a problem with it. That's straight up how it goes. If you're some angsty little kid that your hormones are raging because you can't buy a Loki Prime set, and if you're an adult and you're like, oh, well, thank God, he's talking about me, but I'm not a kid, no, I'm still talking about you. If you're some angsty little child, man-child or whatever, woman-child, person-child on the inside, but you're like grown up and you're still acting like this, you're wrong. You are wrong. It doesn't bring me joy to say this. I'm not trying to make videos where it's like, I'm the one that's like, having to play adult here. I don't care. I'd rather make other videos like I've been making in the past, but it's getting out of hand in trade chat where too many people are going out of their way to try to be trolly, and they get no mention from me. They just get banned or ignored or whatever. That too many people are going out of their way to try to be trolly, or they think they're being funny, but I'm explaining in this video why you're completely wrong for doing that. Like, it's not even funny. Like, you're actually telling you're telling the whole world how dumb you really are. The opportunity to sell something like this will not be around forever. And while it's here, if you're smart, you are taking advantage of it. Because it's not going to be around forever. You're not going to have the opportunity to do this. On the flip side of things, if let's say I was selling Loki for 1 platinum, you know what they're not going to do? And this is why they're completely wrong. They're not going to come up to me and be like, you're selling Loki for too cheap, man. 1 platinum, really? Like, what's wrong with you? Look at this guy. Hey, everybody in trade chat, don't buy Loki from Neoness. He's trying to move it for 1 platinum. You believe this guy? Do you believe this guy trying to not sell Loki for anything more than 1 platinum? What's wrong with him? Yeah, on the flip side, nobody complains when the prices are low. It's only when the prices are high. That's another thing you should think about how wrong you are for bothering people because you don't like their price. And for your benefit, if you don't like somebody's price, with the way that this game is, the way it behaves, the price will not be high forever. So just like when you redeem just like when you're playing the game and you farm out a set, you could either spend 50 extra platinum to get the set built in the foundry immediately, or you could just be patient and wait it out and then get the set 3 days later. So it's kind of the same thing with trade chat. You don't have to buy it at the ridiculous prices right now. You could just hold that angsty little stupidness that you have, shut the hell up, don't bother anybody about it if you don't want to buy it for that price, and just wait it out. Like everything else in the game. There's no reason to go out of your way to be a horrible person to other people because you don't like their prices. Everybody in this game, if you're selling something for a price, like Loki for 1,000 platinum or more, I'm with you. You're smart. You're the smart one. Because right now, it's a small window of opportunity that's not going to last forever, where you can sell it. Well, you could do that with a Loki. Now, that being said, you know what everybody, all the haters aren't also noticing? You know what you're not noticing? You're not noticing people being like, oh, he's trying to sell Loki for 1,200, but Vauban, he's still only trying to move Vauban for 200 or 300. You're not noticing that. You're not noticing that, you know, like the narrow-minded, the fleeting expertises, those corrupted mods I was selling. Nobody's noticing that I'm selling those at 25 platinum a pop. Nobody's noticing that, but because Loki now could be getting sold for 1,000, and I'm being smart by trying to do that, everybody's noticing that, and they're giving and now people are getting problems with it. And I'm not necessarily speaking on behalf of myself. I don't care. Like, you guys don't bother me when you try to hit me with your ignorance. You know, like, I'm a full-blown adult at this point. Like, I've actually done more schooling even after I graduated high school and college. I did more schooling than I had to learn extra stuff in this world, where most of you sit around and drink and smoke pot all the time. So at the end of the day, you're not smarter than what I'm talking about here. You're not above it. Shut your mouth. Stop bothering people. And who I'm sticking up for, it's not me because I don't care. It's everybody else that's getting hate because you're doing the right thing. Everybody else that's getting hate because you're trying to sell Loki at like at some high price that people don't appreciate. And if you don't appreciate it, like I said, one, his price isn't going to be high forever. And two, Forehead, you don't have to buy it. You could just not buy it. That would be easy too, right? Instead of wasting your time to be hateful and spread hate across the world and bother other people when they're not wrong for doing what they're doing. Moving on from what we talked about. Yeah, it won't last forever. It's kind of how Warframe is. Pay up front now or just have patience and get it for less with later effort. Right? Fair enough. Like, totally fair enough. Like, this guy gets it. Like, he was a good person. He was genuinely curious. He wasn't trying to be mean or anything. Like, imagine, and this is what I'm talking about being hateful too. Some of you get so much trolly people hitting you up that when somebody asks you a question, why is Loki so much just intrigued? This is an honest question. Like, it's an honest question. He's not trying to be rude or mean. He's legitimately trying to understand it. So some of you, I just want you to be careful because you're going to get hit with a lot of trolls because you're doing the right thing and taking this opportunity while it lasts. Try as best you can to really only justifiably give people hate if they're giving you hate. Like, all right, don't give people hate, but like, if you're going to ignore somebody in the game and just move on with your life, just justify it. Like, make sure that they're not actually just curiously asking you, why something is like that, or why are you doing that? Why are you selling Loki for this amount? Like, make sure that if you're going to ban them or ignore them or something like that, it's justifiable. And again, too, when people are giving you guys hate in the game, this is huge. Don't waste your time on that. Like, literally don't. It's not benefiting you whatsoever to be missing all these trades in trade chat that you could be, getting platinum off of. It doesn't benefit you to miss all these because somebody said something to you and now you're wasting your time, being shitty back or like being a mean person back to them. So I'm just saying, smart thing to do is if you find somebody that's a troll or a dickhead, or they're like, yeah, man, I'll buy your Loki for that price. You get into trade chat, and then when you're in the trade chat, they actually just throw up a bunch of ammo drums, and they actually 100% weren't going to give you the platinum for it. Like, just ignore them and move on. Doesn't have to bother you. Doesn't matter. Just don't waste any more time than you have to when you discover somebody is being a trolly person, because you're going to lose out on that. So for all of you, all the warriors out there that are doing all the right things and making the right moves in trade chat, you do you. I've already made videos on the Warframe market for anybody that's going to bring that up, by the way. And to be completely honest, I'm not against the Warframe market. I think it's great. But it's the people that use the Warframe market, see those prices, and then think that that's what the actual value of something in the game is. That's where they're wrong. Like, I don't hate the Warframe market website. It's the few people that are really dumb and think that when they just because they see something on a website, that means it's truth. That means that that's actually the thing. Lately, I've been using the Warframe market and been finding that there are a lot of people on that market. I've even had somebody come into my stream yesterday and admit to doing this on purpose. Not ratting them out or anything, but like, yes, as I've said before, I literally have evidence. Somebody came into my stream yesterday, admitted on purpose that when they're using the Warframe market, they intentionally put fake prices up really low because they're trying to buy more of that item for low too. They're trying to fool you using the Warframe market into thinking that something is supposed to be really low so they can scam you or like trick you into getting it for really low, like from you. It's all a game. It's all a joke. Like it's all a joke to these people. But at the end of the day, the market in general, the Warframe market in general, it's good. I think it's a good thing. Just you need to realize as a viewer, as somebody that's watching this video, that's made it this far, that like, it is not the official price. There are no official prices of something in the game. Things in this game are based off of supply and demand. And what I want to kind of draw out for you guys right now to really put it into perspective is like this little timeline right here. Let's pretend for a second that this is the start of Warframe back in 2012 or 2013, whenever it happened. And all the way along here, we're going to get to present day. So this is the start of Warframe. This is its entire lifespan and present day. For things that have gone over let's say 1,000 platinum, because I know things have gone over 2,000 platinum, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. I mean, there are Rivens I know for a fact have been sold for 40,000 platinum in this game. I know that. There are people in this game that have a lot more platinum than I do, as you guys can see. A lot more platinum than I do. That will spend 40,000 platinum on a Riven for a weapon they really want or whatever reason. But let's take a look throughout history of Warframe. I started somewhere 2 years in, somewhere around here. So I can personally tell you that this is what I've seen. I have seen, moving forward, I have literally seen items like Frost Prime and Ember Prime, about this far into my playing Warframe, hit over 2,000 platinum a pop. Literally. And that was average. That was the average. They were over 2,000 platinum a pop. While this was all happening, Arcane Energize, for a long time, Arcane Energize was going for around 6, what are we, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Arcane Energize was for a long time going anywhere for like 6,000 platinum to maybe like 4,000 platinum and anywhere in between here. It was a long time that was happening in this game. And now it's what? Now you find an Arcane Energize for 800 to 1,200. What I want you guys to realize is that, so this is Ember and Frost. This is Arcane Energize. Let's say every frame that ever comes into the game. So like Necros at one point was 1,000 platinum. Ember, Octavia, literally every single frame in the game, the very first day for the first 2 hours that it winds up in the game, winds up at like 1,000 platinum. And then after two hours, 2 to 6 really, you're not really seeing people wanting to buy it for 1,000 anymore. People that buy it for 1,000 are really just the people that have all this plat like I'm talking about. And there's a bunch of people that have this kind of plat. I'm not alone on this, but these are the people that want to not spend any second longer than they have to in trade chat. If they can get it right now, they want it right now. And that's it. That's the end of the story. They're like, oh, Octavia just dropped. I'm going to spend 1,000 platinum on Octavia. I'm going to spend 1,500 platinum on Octavia. Why? Because I don't care. I want it now with as little work as possible. So I'm going to put in a trade chat, want to buy Octavia for 1,000. And any one of you that are listening to this, if you happen to have an Octavia when that happens, or like if Gara winds up being the next prime, or whatever the next prime winds up being, if you happen to have a full set of that frame that you can trade, and you luck out and notice one of those people in trade chat because they get bought out really fast, when you're going to drop 1,000 to 1,500 on something, you best believe there are a lot of people messaging that person in the game. Nobody complains to them. Nobody stops them and says, bro, you buy an Octavia for 1,000 plat. That's too much, man. That's too much that you want to buy her for that. You should be buying her for like 200 platinum, 300. Nobody has a problem when people want to spend that kind of money on a frame. Only when you see it in the game do people think that you're a smart person by going out of your way to be toxic to somebody because of their price in a free market trading system where prices don't matter. It could be low or high or whatever you want to sell it for. It doesn't make any sense. And nobody ever trolls anybody, you're never correct when you do that. You are always completely wrong. Always. So these are just the frames that had dropped too. So after Frost and Ember, we're like, you know, we're going for this amount of platinum. We also have, what other frames did we see for a little while that we're going for a lot? Or what other items? I mean, let's look at even, for example, right now, I've been seeing people wanting to buy Prime's. Oh my God, it's a mod. What is the mod? It's the sniper mod that Borrow has now. You can only get it from Borrow, it seems like. Maybe now at TennoCon if that happens. But like, whatever that mod is. Prime Chamber, thank you. Amazon, thank you for that. Prime Chamber, I'm seeing Prime Chamber go for like 400 to 600 platinum. Whereas if we step back a year ago, or like almost a year, or like right after, you know, Borrow came around, that mod was going for like 100, 200 plat. Or maybe even less than that. But now a year's gone by, the price goes up. That's exactly what happened to Loki. Whenever Loki got vaulted, he's been gone for so long. It's been so hard to farm that now Loki is topping over 1,000 platinum. And you know what? It's going to last for a little bit, but it's not going to be forever. Sooner or later, Loki's going to come back and his price is going to drop. And everybody that has a problem with Loki being this high, you're wrong. You're wrong the whole time for every reason I have listed in this video. It is not okay that you harass people in this game. It is not okay that you troll people in this game. And it is not okay that it happens so much that I should even have to make a video that's probably going to get a fuck ton of views because, well, one, I cursed in it. Two, I'm a little angry and passionate. You guys, for whatever reason, seem to be addicted to this sort of shit. But like, it's probably going to get a bunch of views and all this sort of stuff because people are going to rally behind. I promise you my comments are going to light up in this video with people going, yeah, fuck him, Neo, you tell him. Everyone in my comments is going to be like, yeah, Neo, this guy's right. Neo's right. Neo, like all that shit. And you know what? I don't want to have to be the guy that makes this video, but you know what? No one else is doing it. No one else is kind of walking out explaining like actually how it works. How any one of you that trolls someone else in this game, you were totally fucking wrong for doing that, so stop doing that. It's not okay. It's not okay that people are being smart by selling things that they have because they held on to it for long enough, which is risky, by the way. If you want to hold on, I don't know how many of you ever would have thought Loki was going to hit 1,000 platinum, but for those of you that held on to him for this long and still have Loki sets, you're feeling pretty good right now, right? You literally passed up being able to sell Loki for 500, 400, 300, 200, 100, under 100. You passed up all these opportunities to make plat, and now it is paying off for you. And you know what? If DE doesn't release Loki again, anytime in the near future, in the next couple of unvaults or whatever, his price gonna keep climbing. But it's a risk. It's a risk that you're taking. Whether or not he's gonna come back or not is completely a risk that you're gonna wind up taking. So for all of you that have the ability to do it, GG's, I'm backing you, fam. You guys got this stuff. You want to sell that Loki for whatever you want to sell it for? Go kick its butt. Go get in the trade chat and sell it. Because like I said, to everybody that doesn't want to spend that platinum, you can have patience, little child, and just wait for it to come back. For everybody else that actually has the platinum to buy it, because instead of being lazy and crying and whining about how you don't want to grind the game out or you don't have the ability to do that sort of stuff, like, because you're being lazy or maybe you don't have that. And it's fine. If you're an adult and you work full-time job and you don't have the opportunity to do that, that's kind of what the Warframe market's for and why I appreciate it. You can go make platinum on the Warframe market. It's not what I recommend for everybody else, but if you have only an hour a day to be on Warframe and you don't want to spend it in the game's trade chat, the market's there for you. And I'm totally for you guys using the market for that. I'm specifically talking about the people that are just being lazy human beings like the majority of them tend to be, by going, I don't want to work that hard. I just want all this platinum with doing absolutely nothing. You know, like the millennial generation that the memes are always picking on. I don't want to work very hard. I just know I watched a lot of Nickelodeon growing up in Disney and they told me I'm special and I just deserve things for existing. That's not how the world works, Spanky. You got to work your butt off. And if you work your butt off, you deserve to have this kind of platinum. This platinum is a testament not to how good I am at trade chat, because all of you can be good at trade chat. Like the in-game trade chat, this platinum is a testament to how much bullshit I put up with people in this game. That's what that platinum really stands for. Some of you will get so far and you'll let like trolls psych you out, not want to play the game anymore. Don't bother with them. They're not wrong. You're not wrong. They're wrong for being bullying to you. Or they're wrong for trolling you or being nasty. So 100% to every one of you that watched this video, go get out there, go make your goddamn platinum and kick this trade chat's ass. And everybody else that has a problem, wants to be negative about what you... And again, I'm not promoting you be negative. I'm saying anybody that's negative to you, ignore them and keep going. Just put your head down, keep going. You got it in you. You can do this. I'm not a smart person, So, and the fact that I could have this much platinum right here, that I'm getting closer and closer to making a how I made 100,000 platinum video, which is going to be loaded with a lot of stuff when that video drops. So be sure to like and subscribe and yada, all that YouTube crap. Just make sure you follow and subscribe and all that stuff. I'm live on Twitch every day too, so you'll probably wind up seeing it live when it actually happens and I hit 100,000 platinum. But yeah, anyway, all that YouTubey stuff. For all you guys that go out and are in trade chat, you got this. I got your back. Right? As long as nobody's being nasty to anybody, I don't care what you're selling stuff for. Just as long as you're being chill and cool about it, you're a winner. You're the winner. All that being said, thank you everybody so much for watching this video. I'm live every single day on Twitch. My tone's about to change once this video is done, and we're going to go back to having fun. We're going to go back to having a good time and hanging out on this channel, because that's what it's all about. It's about helping you guys with Warframe, enjoying the game, not worrying about trolls, like blowing all that stuff over. Don't worry about it. And if you guys want to make a load of platinum, I have tons of videos you guys can binge. The more you watch, the better you're going to get at making platinum in this game, as I've had a lot of people tell me that they're really good now at making 10,000 plat a week and stuff like that. And this is for real. I'm sure anybody in my stream chat, before I end this video, if you're really good at making platinum, just, you know, if you binged my videos, you got really good at it, just hit us with it. Hit us with it as we're on the outro. But everybody else that's watching this video, I love your faces. Thank you for making it this far. I really do appreciate you. For anybody that's not understanding what this video was about, it was about not being toxic. It was about why toxic people are absolutely wrong for being toxic. And it's about how if you encounter toxic people, just ignore them. Don't give them the time of day. Don't give them your energy. Don't waste time on them. It's not important. Like the toxic crap, it's not important. And you got this. Don't let people make you feel bad about your prices. It's a free market. There's no fixed prices. That's not how it works. And for everybody else that maybe doesn't have a lot of time to get good at trade chat in the game, the Warframe market, that's what it's for. It's for you guys. There's no reason that anybody in this game should struggle making platinum. That being said, you don't like prices, don't buy them. Also, I love your faces. I'm ending the video now. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I'll be live again on, I'm live every day on Twitch. Come hang out. Anyway, video's over. Thank you everybody. I'll see you guys later.